That is right, folks. Spring has sprung, and with Easter right around the corner, it's time to get those sun hats on and head outside.
Hi, I'm Iris.
And I'm Jack.
And welcome to the Transcript.
This week, Taking It to the Street talks about the Trump indictment.
Takeaways goes to Jake's.
Groove Juice checks out the Expandable brass band.
Hidden Gems tries familiars.
The Peer Perspective asks another question.
Jane and Shira learn about JFK's new morning news show.
And Hamps Up talks boys and girls lacrosse.
On Thursday, documents from the Pentagon were leaked that suggest there may be infighting among Russian government officials over the war in Ukraine. The New York Times said that they showed multiple U.S. officials the documents, none of which denied the documents, but the officials did say that they, quote, could not and would not independently verify the documents. In other news, after being expelled due to leading a gun protest in the House, Representatives Justin Jones and Justin Pearson have both been reinstated into the Tennessee legislature just a week after their expulsion. The council had suspended some rules in order to allow the reinstatement vote to happen much faster than normal, and the vote was unanimous. I'm Gavin Knight-Richard, and thanks for watching.
In December, JFK Middle School launched its new morning news broadcast. The broadcast features the daily lunch, weather updates, and games. We spoke to students and teachers involved in this project to learn more about the broadcast and their hopes for the future.
Running a TV program in middle school is not something unusual. It is in Western Mass, I think, but I've had 3 principals that have wanted me to do this over the years, and I finally, after years and years of getting stuff, I finally have enough equipment to do it. It was really about making sure we found a way to authentically bring it into the kids in the morning. How do we get kids involved? How do we get these wonderful kids to come in early in the morning and take ownership of it? Because I run the tech, but it's only as successful as these awesome kids sitting in front of me.
The content for our production is usually starts by us saying our names. We then briefly talk about what is for lunch, and then depending on the day, we say either Monday mentions, a trivia fact, I forget what we do on Wednesdays, a Circle Flex reminder on Thursdays, and then we tell like a fun fact on Fridays. We then talk about announcements for that day or upcoming events. What I'm looking forward to in the future is hopefully seeing this grow to something more, since Mr. Crescitelli has been trying to do this for years, and it will be fun to see how he continues this.
I think my favorite part of just the whole process is a few minutes before it starts going live and everyone's like fixing their hair or fixing a mic or just trying to like pronounce words that they can't pronounce. And you just get this feeling like all these people are here trying to create something to better the community. Very exciting to kind of do something that no one had done before, but it was very, very scary about how like, are you gonna do well, or how are people gonna react to this? But I think overall it was a very good choice. I'm looking forward to everything just bettering, getting more people involved, getting better equipment, and just watching this really grow from something that was nothing to something that's a big part of this school community.
Visit the link below to check out their work. Thanks for watching, and see you next week.
Welcome to Hamped Up.
Lacrosse is a sport that mixes high speed and skill play with hard hitting that's found in only a few high school sports. But while boys teams across the state include hitting and other means of contact, this element is strictly prohibited in girls lacrosse. This comes despite a 2018 study published by the Journal of Athletic Training reported that amongst boys teams, injury was 1.5 times higher than girls. This week, we spoke to players on each team to understand what impact rules regarding physical contact have on their play.
How do I think the lacrosse team will do this season? We're kind of in a rebuilding phase right now, so hopefully better than last year. It's not looking too good so far, so hopefully we can turn that around in the coming games. So unfortunately, it's looking pretty similar so far, but hopefully we can get a couple wins to turn it around. How am I feeling about the first game so far? I think we have a lot of potential, a lot of good talent. If we learn to play as a team, I think we'd have a good chance at winning a few games. I have played on the team before, and it's a great culture, you know. We're always looking for people to play. We have low numbers this year, so, you know, in the coming years, if you plan on playing, come out. We'll get you all the gear you need and can have some fun. Any protocols for equipment before the game? A lot of guys like to tape their sticks before games, improve grip and whatnot. Not really any checks. We kind of wear the same stuff every day, so we're used to it by now.
I feel like we definitely had more experience last year, so I feel like it's kind of hard to compare because we have so many younger people coming in.
Yeah, it's still early in the season, so I think with time we could definitely progress. Maybe not till what we were at last year, but I think we can definitely get somewhere.
Thanks so much for watching. If you're interested in going to support the boys or girls lacrosse teams, come watch the boys on April 21st and the girls on the 14th.
It's absolutely ridiculous. I want to eat my hamburger with cheese. I should be allowed to eat it. It's
language! How many times have I said this? God, school used to be so good. Kids, you know, you dress all weird now and you're in pajamas. You used to dress in suits. Okay, I'm done with it, okay? Detention. Detention for both of you. After school, Andreas. Go now.
No, I'm sorry.
Now. No. I'm done with the stars. I'm done with the stars, okay?
God, I can't believe you lent us here. You're such a dirty
Okay,
mouth.
this was not my fault. We were both the ones who were talking. This is not my fault. Also, we all know that I'm Jeremy's favorite, and
No,
you're
you're
not,
not.
so
No,
it's
you're-
absolutely...
Shut up, Armstrong.
I'm sorry, Andreas.
Just get back to the streets.
Last Tuesday, an unseen moment in American history unfolded as former President Donald Trump walked into a criminal court in the Manhattan district of New York City. President Trump pled not guilty to the 34 counts of falsifying business records in the first degree. The charges all stem from a 2016 payment of $130,000 to adult film star Stormy Daniels to not publicize a sexual encounter that allegedly took place between President Trump and Miss Daniels. The payment came from Trump's attorney at the time, Michael Cohen, who created a shell company to disguise the money as regular payments from the Trump organization. We hit the streets of Northampton to get people's take on this historic indictment.
So what do you make of the Donald Trump indictment and arraignment?
I feel there were bigger fish that they should have fried because I felt that he committed more serious crimes, and I don't think anything's going to come out of this. He's not going to go to jail or maybe just have a slap on the wrist, and that's about all that's going to happen.
Do you think it'll affect his run for president in 2024?
Yeah, unfortunately for me, I think it'll help him. I really do. I think it's giving him a lot of support, and I mean, I saw that there's a lot of money raised for him just from this. So yeah.
Do you think that the indictment of Donald Trump was politically motivated?
No, I think he's a criminal, and he's being charged like any other criminal deserves to be charged. Is that the kind of person that we need to be running for the president of the United States? Is somebody that allegedly a criminal? I mean, there's got to be better people out there.
Do you think that the backlash to Alvin Bragg is appropriate?
No, absolutely not. You can't. That's just like children fighting over somebody making a rule that you don't like or whatever. It's just not adult, and it's not professional, and it's not respectful.
So do you think this is going to affect his run for 2024?
Yes. It's actually going to help him. He's raising a lot of money on the back of this. It seems to appear that there's no such thing as bad publicity. He is just amazingly resilient, and his supporters have no problem being apologists for him in any sort of way. There's nothing bad that he could do. Like, he walks on water. And I'll be totally frank with you, I'm not a big fan of the guy, but it's almost like a cult of personality.
Thanks for watching. Donald Trump also has an outstanding legal investigation in the state of Georgia and a federal investigation for his role in trying to overturn the 2020 election, which accumulated into the January 6th assault on the Capitol. Happy break!
Yesterday, students at NHS got a chance to express their artistic side with poetry and the NHS Poetry Slam. After a multi-year hiatus, the Slam is back and features works from poets of all grades. In March, the English department hosted a workshop to educate and inspire students on the art of poetry writing. We spoke to students and teachers about the history of the event, the impact it has on the school, and what their hopes are for next year's Slam.
So the Slam is really a way for people to get a message out there, to say something they want to say, whether it's personal or whether it's about the world, the planet. And it's important for people to use their voices. So this is just another way students and faculty and staff can do so. We would hope that we would have enough to hold an assembly where people could be heard. But whatever happens, it's poetry, we're talking to each other, we're communicating, and it's a joyous day.
I feel like poetry is really important because it makes people bring out their creativity that they didn't know that they had. You know, it makes it more expressive, and it makes it possible for them to express feelings that they never had been able to express before.
And they're a bit outdated now. I think people find them to be maybe too amped up and more about judging than about listening to the poetry and enjoying the poetry. So they started around the mid-90s, and that's when Miss Strauss and Miss Brown decided to bring poetry slams to the high school, and they were wildly popular for about 20 years.
What I hope, at least for the future, is that encourage more creativity through kids, you know, like school generally just takes creativity away from kids and it makes them like, you know, not like learning and whatnot. But I feel like with poetry, it could do the opposite effect and make it so that students bring out creativity and be more passionate about something.
If you're interested in participating in Slam next year, talk to Miss Strauss or Miss Bernhardt for more information. Thanks for watching. See you next week.
Welcome to the Groove Juice. This week we will interview the Expandable Brass Band, which is a group of musicians that promotes positivity and fun.
The band started. I wasn't there. I don't know. Somebody thought it would be a good idea. And then somebody told me another tuba player, so I went, and it's great fun. Nothing but fun. Basically, we play any music that somebody in the band wanted to present to the band to learn. With Motown, there's some African music. There's it's all, I would say, it's American music, but I mean that in a good way. All you have to do is show up, and you can show up, you could be there, you can learn the parts. Everyone is very friendly and helpful, and the parts can be really, really easy. In any song, you can make it really easy or more challenging. So
they're like, yeah, if you're a beginner, you can just begin. Like one of the trombone players, her mom just joined on accordion. And so I gave her the Muppet Show theme. We were learning it. And she wanted to learn accordion. So she's learning it and she's playing the oboe part because it fits fine for the accordion. So yeah, you don't have to have any experience. There was the first annual, I think it's called the Doozy Doo Parade. It was a celebration of community that kicked off from 33 Holly Street. And the whole point was to be silly. So that was wicked fun. But people learn mostly from the charts that get passed out. And you can literally learn how to read music by just having the chart in front of your face, get a YouTube, and like, you know, just go note for note. And you can go by ear. People go by ear also.
We usually play Sundays at Trinity Park, which is kind of across from Cooper's, that little triangular park up in Florence. So all you have to do is show up, bring an instrument, and we will set you up.
Thanks so much for watching, and be sure to email us at thegroovejuice@gmail.com for who you want to see interviewed next. Thank you.
Today, Hidden Gems checks out Familiar's Coffee and Tea, a cafe with baked goods, sandwiches, and a large assortment of drinks, all inside of a stay-in-place trolley cart. We talked to their owner about the unique aspects of this kind of cafe and what it's like to be a tea shop in Northampton.
We officially opened the business in February of 2019. But we had started working on it actually 2 years prior in 2017. We get a lot of college students both from UMass and from Smith, as well as a lot of grad students. Our most popular food item is definitely the turkey avocado sandwich. We opened our business because we came from a background of management in coffee and tea spaces. And when we moved out here, we realized that there was a hole that we could fill in terms of how coffee and tea was being presented to the Northampton community. We chose this location kind of out of happenstance, but also out of the fact that it was just so iconic. And, you know, it was sitting vacant and kind of just asking for something to come in. I think some unique aspects of our cafe are how involved our tea program is. I think typically in a coffee shop, you get tea as almost a secondary thought. That kind of supports like a nice robust coffee program. And there are plenty of places like Dobra Tea before they unfortunately closed where they really treated the tea well, and it was a focal point of the business. But I think that, you know, we have over 30 different loose leaf teas. You can get them all hot, you can get them iced, you can get them as custom tea lattes. We actually just won Best Place for Tea in the Advocate Readers Poll. My partner and I consider ourselves owner-operators, so we own the business, but we're also working shifts on the floor as like a manager, I guess you would say. Our most popular beverage is probably the honey cinnamon latte. It tastes kind of like Cinnamon Toast Crunch, but with coffee.
Starting in June, Strong Avenue will be closed to motor vehicles for businesses to provide more outdoor seating for their customers. Make sure to check out Familiar's Coffee and Tea during that time.
Hello and welcome to the Game Show. This week we have a wonderful episode planned. We're calling this the Redemption episode because we have two teams who I just feel didn't get a good enough chance. Like, they were great and they lost, and we're here to give them the chance they truly deserve. First of all, we're gonna get Angela and Kehoe all the way back from our last twin episode.
Hi, my name's Angela.
And I'm Kehoe.
And we're here to claim what's rightfully ours.
All right, thank you. And for our second contestant here, can you bring on Zeke, please?
No, damn you all! You're worms! Worms!
All right, Zeke, you're still in debt, so you get a kid on here.
You can't do this to me. You can't. I'm not saying a thing without my lawyer.
We have him right here. Bring him in.
What?
Bring him in. Here. Yeah, you got your lawyer.
Who is this man and what are your credentials?
I'm Desmond Diego Carnivale Hextall. I've been practicing law in the state, the tri-state area, whichever state we're in now, for 25 years, and this is my degree.
That looks very sketchy.
It's close enough. Anyway, Zeke, we got your lawyer here, so you are forced to be on here.
Do we? Yes.
Yeah, anyway, let's get straight into the episode. Can I see our first question, please? What is the best food in a food fight? I think we're gonna throw it straight off to Angela and Kehoe.
All right, you want to take this one?
Sure. Tomatoes.
Tomatoes! I think that was on there. That was number one. Okay, we're gonna go over to Zeke, see if we can get some guess wrong.
Probably something safe. You know, you don't want anyone getting hurt. I'd say water.
Water. Do we have water? No, we did not. That is too bad. All right, so we're going over to Angela and Kehoe. Give us another guess, please.
I'm gonna have to go with mashed potatoes.
Mashed potatoes. That's a solid guess. And that was number two. Angela and Kehoe off to a great start. Give us one or two more guesses.
I don't know. Pizza?
Pizza? Do we have pizza? We're just gonna throw it to Zeke.
Second, I think I have an idea. I think the best thing you could ever bring would be a nice, simple, sloppy shake.
No product advertisement on my show. No product advertisement on my show.
I need the money, man. I need the money.
All right, continue.
Okay. I'm gonna have to ask your lawyer to answer for this.
My legal opinion, pies.
His legal opinion is pies. That was number 4. Okay. We'll give you another one.
I don't know. I'll have to go with maybe a few more of my sloppy shakes. You know, enough for everyone.
Well, expired.
They're expired? You brought expired products on my show.
How dare you?
For shame. You know what? We're gonna throw it over to Angela and Keo. We're throwing it over to them. All right.
Okay, I think we should keep it in the Italian route to stay true to our blood. I'm gonna go with spaghetti.
Spaghetti. Did we have spaghetti? Yes, we did.
Yeah.
Alrighty. We had Angela and Kehoe as a winner.
Oh yeah.
And
What have you ever given me for years?
I sell all these. I mean, I'm gonna be rich after this.
Suck it.
Lawyer, escort him out of here. Escort him out of here.
We're number one.
All right, that's what we're gonna call it.
Welcome to the Peer Perspective, where students express their thoughts on a variety of school-related subjects. This week, we asked students about what subject they find the hardest and why. Here's what they had to say.
The hardest subject, in my opinion, is math. And the reason I think that is because, honestly, when I've seen all the different subjects that we've gone over through the years, none of it's gonna be really helpful in a real life situation. By the time I learn this stuff at the end of the day, the next day, I completely forget it.
I think math is the hardest subject because there's such a specific way you have to do things, and if you mess up a small part, it ruins the whole equation, and just a lot to memorize, for me at least.
I'd say AP Stats is the hardest one I've taken just because it was the first year Jones taught it, so of course it took a little getting used to for us to get into a certain way of having notes and an organized way of teaching it.
In my opinion, physics is the hardest subject because the equations are really long and confusing, and if you mess one thing up, you're screwed for the rest of the time.
I think probably AP Chem. It's just a lot of different stuff you have to learn.
Thanks so much for watching. The full results will be published in this year's yearbook. Remember to complete the form our team sent to you so your voice can be heard. See you again soon.
Welcome back to Takeaways. This week we're going to Jake's famous lunch and brunch spot. It opened in November 2011, and back to you, Rory.
Yeah, it's right here at downtown Northampton, right next to the Calvin Theater. I'm looking forward to it.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be a good one.
Yeah, let's get into it.
Welcome back to Takeaways. Let's go.
What's up, guys? So this week, as you already know, we went to Jake's. Parker got a single piece of French toast.
Single piece.
I got a chocolate chip pancake.
It's what's the point of getting something interesting to eat, or just getting something to eat?
I think it's just getting something to eat at this point.
Bro, I just got a
piece of toast.
piece of toast.
These pancakes, they look pretty good, cooked well.
Basically, the only reason why we got one piece of French toast and one pancake is because me and Rory are on a budget.
Hard to mess up. Overall, good.
Appearance of my French toast.
I'll give it an 8 out of 10. Sorry. Taste for the pancake, they honestly got it down. It's pretty fluffy. Yeah, it's honestly pretty good.
Taste of the French toast. That's my shot. Taste of my French toast. I'm gonna give it 8 out of 10. I paid $8 for a single piece of bread.
Yeah, if you think about it, he could have bought a whole loaf of bread.
4 out of 10. 4 out of 10.
Mine was $10. I could have gone to the store and bought a box of pancakes and made probably double the amount. Stuff isn't cheap nowadays. Everything's inflated and whatever, blah blah blah. But
Parker, what do you think about the economy?
it's failing. Thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned next week. Let's see. Oh wait, next week we got something else. We got something different coming. Next week will not be takeaways. Stay tuned for a little
Maybe.
surprise.
Yeah?
Yeah. So have a good day,
And we'll catch you guys next time.
have a good break, guys.
All right, your treachery ends here. Drop your weapons. (10:33). We got a daily basis army here. Looks like it's not gonna go anywhere. I'll just. Oh no! No! Point in. All right, you are going back to your own Area 51 prison. Oh, I don't think so. Not today, you don't.
I was caught in the middle of a railroad track. Underground.
Now that's what I call an explosion.
My mind raced.
Thanks for watching.
Functionalists and the Northamptons have a joint show called The Funky Tones on May 4th right here at Northampton High School.
Come to be amazed.
Have a great break.
We're talking about the transcript.